हैं दिल्ली की हवा की जो दिल्ली के लोगों के लिए फांसी
बात तो हुई है, इससे बहुत फर्क पड़ा है। एक तो
सांस लेने में दिक्कत हो रही है।
टू मच पॉल्यूशन, बिल्कुल दिख नहीं रहा। ड्राइविंग करने में इतना मुश्किल है। मैं जनकपुरी से यहाँ वॉक करने के लिए
This thick smoke that makes it difficult to breathe.
Joining me now from France 24's Environment Desk is Valerie de Kemp. Hello, Valerie. So first of all,
we all know climate change is a very controversial topic. Some people may argue that climate change is not real, but it is clear and being proved that it is actually happening today. There are many factors and contributors to climate change. One major contributor to climate change is air pollution. Air pollution is caused by a number of factors, like burning fossil fuels because they release chemicals and gases into the air. Some other causes of air pollution include smog and soot, which have similar sources and also can irritate the eyes, lungs, and damage the throat. Air pollution not only contributes to climate change, but is also exacerbated by it. Climate change also increases the production of allergenic air pollutants, including mold and pollen. Mold and allergens from trees, weeds, and grass are carried in the air, exacerbated by climate change, and can be hazardous to health.
Hi, I'm Vita. I'm Miss Paget's favorite student from IB Geography, R7, and I'm here to interview a very important person that we'll be seeing soon. And I'm gonna ask him a quick question.
Hello, I'm Professor Garcia, and I'm a very well-known expert in climate change in the University of Annandale.
The first one is, do you think there's a specific event that led to a major increase in air pollution?
Whoa. There's no specific event that caused a great change to air pollution, but the industrial area is a big contributor to the air pollution due to the many numerous inventions created as the train, the steamboats, the cars, and everything. Like the emissions that are used, all the coal that are burned in order to fuel them, those contribute a lot to air pollution now.
Next question is, which invention do you think had the biggest effect in our atmosphere?
Well, although many inventions did cause a great deal to the atmosphere, I do believe that the one invention that caused the greatest difference to the atmosphere is the automobile. And as you can see to my right, many people use automobiles on a daily basis, and the emissions from the automobiles contribute to the air pollution that goes into the atmosphere.
Okay, Professor Garcia, the last question is, how does air pollution have an impact in non-developing countries?
So, with different sources of energies, the ones that don't affect the atmosphere and air pollution would be like wind energy or using solar panels and stuff like that. But the only downside to those are very expensive. And so people in undeveloped countries are usually a little poor or in poverty. And so they won't be able to afford the high-costing energy choices like solar panels or wind energy, and they're gonna be reduced to using the oil and coal, which are a lot cheaper choice, and therefore they're gonna be causing effect to the atmosphere and the air pollution. The Industrial Revolution began in the late 18th and 19th centuries and was a period of significant economic development, marked by the introduction of power-driven machinery. In 1948, severe industrial air pollution created a deadly smog that asphyxiated 20 people in the Nora, Pennsylvania, and made 7,000 more sick. Acid rain, first discovered in 1850s, was another problem resulting from coal-powered plants. Sulfur dioxide and closely related chemicals are known primarily as a cause of acid rain, but they also reflect light when released in the atmosphere, which keeps sunlight out and causes Earth to cool. In 1963, in an effort to reduce air pollution, the U.S. Congress passed the Clean Air Act legislation, which has been amended and strengthened in the ensuing decades. Today, the leading cause of air pollution in the U.S. is motor vehicles, which were first mass-produced in the US by Henry Ford in the 20th century. Another invention from the Industrial Revolution era was Robert Fulton's steamboat. The steamboat was great for increasing trade and transport, but the air was very affected due to the steam engine. The engine was powered by burning coal and or oil. The burning of these resources released harmful toxins into the air.
So guys, your boy Daz be geeking. I'm here interviewing a high school teacher, Ms. Atik.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Atik and I'm a geosystems teacher here at Annandale High School, and I've been teaching for the past 5 years.
So, Mrs. Atik, what are your views on air pollution and how it is affecting our climate?
Okay, so I believe that air pollution is very concerning in this time period, mainly because of things that are being affected, including our climate. And our atmosphere is suffering from many chemicals, including sulfates and nitrogen oxides, which affect our atmosphere by creating smog and other fogs that are coming from coal-based factories. And also carbon dioxide is also a big contributor because it traps heat from the sun and it warms up our atmosphere, which causes our climate to get warmer.
All right. Now, what do you believe is the main factor to air pollution?
Okay, so the main factor to air pollution in China, I believe, is the amount of coal being consumed, because China has an increase of about 400 million metric tons of coal. And this is why people around in China that are just walking around on the streets, they are wearing masks to cover up their face so that they don't damage their lungs or like just hurt themselves. You can cut that part out.
To help better our environment, how can we reduce the amount of pollution in our atmosphere?
We could better our environment by reducing the amount of coal being used and inform people of the damages in our environment because of these little things like our everyday transportation, which contributes to our atmosphere by a lot actually. And if people could contribute to our atmosphere getting better, then we could help our environment by a small amount, but then that can inspire others to help out as well.
Okay, last question. If no change is made, do you think the world will get better?
Well, I think the end is coming. The end is coming. The end is coming.
Residents of Beijing, Tianjin, and many other northern Chinese cities suffered through the longest stretch of stifling air pollution ever recorded in the country. Geography plays an important role in northern China's air pollution. The Beijing-Tianjin Hebei region is surrounded by mountains which block diffusion of the haze. Although China has suffered serious air pollution for decades, attention to air pollution in northern Chinese initially was focused on sulfates and nitrogen oxide, as well as larger particulate matter called PM10. Only recently has attention centered on PM2.5, which accounts for 70% of PM10 and can combine with vapor in the air to form what is called smog or haze. Coal burning for heat, cooking, and electricity generation, vehicle emissions, and airborne dust are widely concerned the main sources of both PM2.5 and other pollutants.
Pollutants that are released into the air, as opposed to land and water pollutants, are the most harmful. In many parts of the United States, pollution has reduced the distance and clarity of what we see by 70%. The two major types of air pollution, sulfur oxides and nitrogen oxides, from power plants and other heavy users of coal. The less gasoline we burn, the better we're doing to reduce air pollution and harmful effects of climate change. By trapping the Earth's heat in the atmosphere, greenhouse gases lead to warmer temperatures and all the hallmarks of climate change: rising sea levels, more extreme weather, and heat-related deaths. But here you go back up.
Blue face, baby.
Alright.
Yeah,
air pollution not only contributes to climate change, but it's also exacerbated by
I want to see you buzz down.
climate change also increases the rejection of
Buzz down, Tatiana. Buzz down, Tatiana. I want to see you buzz down. Pick it up, not break that. Break it down, speed it up, and slow that down on the gas. Slow it down, bust it, bust down, bust it.
Good outro, good outro.
Buzz down, Tatiana. Buzz down, Tatiana. I want to see you buzz down. Pick it up, not break that down. Break it down, speed it up, not slow that down on the gas. Slow it down, bust it. Bust down, bust it, bust it, bust down on the gas.
No! Oh my god, the lighting.
I'm every woman's fantasy.
Editing this last minute.
Mama always told me I was gonna break hearts. I guess it's her fault, stupid. Don't be mad at me, be mad at me. I wanna see you buzz down, buzz down. Bend that over on the gang, yeah, I make that clap. She threw it back, so I had to double back on the gang.